Give us your name and everything so I can get the level of your voice.
Okay, my name's Seth. I'm from Utah. And I am the Fiji man.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's great, dude. I like that. I just got so many skins.
I'm just kidding. No, it's good. It's good. All right, you ready? I was living up in Fiji for a few years, and I was up in a village and just working with the families, trying to find ways for them to generate income. And I was walking around one evening with some small kids, and they showed me this cherry tree that was growing by the river. And I'd never seen a coffee plant before, so I didn't know what it was. But then one of the other villagers told me, "Oh, we think it's coffee." And so I grabbed it and tasted it, and it didn't taste anything like coffee. It's just like a fruit. It's kind of like sweet. And I asked if anybody in the village drank coffee, and I couldn't find anybody. And then one guy in the corner of the village, he's kind of short with long hair, kind of looked like a Rastaman. He he was brewing some coffee just by himself. He'd go out and he'd pick it, and he had some dried bean in his house, and it takes a few days to peel it and dry it. And so he had it ready, and he asked me if I wanted to try it. So we got some of my friends together, and in a small tin shack, we started a fire, and we put the dried bean just in a little metal pot and just roasting it on the campfire, and it finally started to smell like coffee. And so we were getting excited, and we roasted it, and then we smashed it up, and then we poured hot water on it, or hot water through it, strained it, and we started passing it around to the people, and they never tasted it before either. So I was just kind of drinking it, and after we finished one cup, let's have another cup, just drink another cup, and before I knew it, everybody's just laughing, telling stories. Like some of the old ladies in the back of the room, they were just like laughing super loud and asking for another cup. And before I knew it, it was 2 a.m, and we were just all having the best time ever, passing around this coffee. And yeah, that was like the first time I tasted it there, and they did too. And so we decided to try to get a bunch of dried coffee and bring it back and actually roast it for real in Utah, where I'm from. And so we talked to some families. We told them we'd pay them a certain amount of money just to hike out into the mountains and find these wild coffee bushes, pick the coffee, and they bring it back to their homes, and then they put the cherries on their rooftops, and they dry it. They peel it, and then they'd put it in a burlap sack, and then I just picked it up, and we brought it home, and we tried the first roast with Park City Roasters in Utah, and it was actually super tasty, really good response, and the light bulbs just were firing that this could be the way that these families could finally generate income, and that their kids can have a whole different future than what all the generations before have grown up with. And it's just my dream that, maybe this coffee could, put an end to contaminated water and infection, and just bring a new future for these families they live in the wild, and sometimes they want to leave the villages and come down to the city just to make some money because there's no opportunity. And this is a way where we can help families thrive and, living up in the mountains and having a way to make money. And so we go up to them, and we bring this coffee down, and it's just become an amazing passion, and we're excited to share it with the community. And yeah, that's Fiji Wild Coffee.